J.Rashawn.
Emerald Dynasty.
It's getting serious on this track, fam.
Prepare yourself. This is gonna be a time to remember.
Emerald Dynasty. Emerald Dynasty.
J.Rashawn.
Emerald Dynasty. Emerald Dynasty.
Let's go. J.Rashawn.
Emerald Dynasty.
Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Donna Elle from Donna Elle Media, and I am so excited to be all the way in Orangeburg, South Carolina, talking to J.Rashawn Colter, hair extraordinaire. What's up, Jay? How are you?
I'm wonderful, Donna. It's a pleasure being here on this interview with you. I'm super excited.
You know what? We want to have a tell-all. I want to figure out everything behind the wand curls, behind the sew-ins, behind the shortcuts. I want to be able to figure out how you got to where you are now. Can we just have a candid conversation?
Absolutely. Let's do that.
All right. So first of all, tell me a little bit about what you do in Orangeburg and how long have you been doing hair?
Well, this year makes 20 years in the industry that I've been in the beauty industry. So I've been doing this for a minute. I've been doing it ever since I've been 18, maybe 17, something like that. And so I came up through the trenches of starting as an assistant to being where I am right now. And so I've had a chance to travel all over, being a platform artist, all of those type of things, being an educator. So I've had a chance to do a lot of different things within the industry within my 20 years. So I'm super excited about it all within this 20 years. It's a major milestone for me.
You know what? It's time to celebrate you, right?
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I've done it so long with helping everybody else and doing everything with everyone else. And so now this is the year for me to actually celebrate me. That's my number one thing this year, is actually celebrate me. And I'm excited because there's other people that are with me and connected to me that are wanting to celebrate me just as much. So that feels like amazing right at this moment.
You know, I just got to ask you this because people are listening and watching saying, you know, he wants to celebrate him. What does that mean?
You know, I came out, just to give you a slight story, I came up in in church, and people, they would actually have that word, stay humble.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but when they try to put that word out there, they will basically try to tell you to actually just kind of down yourself, just kind of,
Fall back.
Fall back.
Right.
And so growing up, I fell back so many times and giving other people that light and not taking the credit for the things that I have done and what God has done through me as well. And being able to just kind of go in, I'm like, you know what? I did do that.
Right.
I did do a good job. And sometimes we can go in and say, someone will tell you, oh man, you did a good job. We're like, oh, that's nothing. But no, I'm going to start celebrating myself. I'm celebrating myself more. You know what? I did do a good job. I did a great job doing this right here. And one of the things that I came to realize is that without God, I am nothing, but with God, I am everything.
Right.
At the end of the day, as long as I still have him living in me and moving in me, and I'm following what it is that he's wanting me to do, and therefore I can still yet be okay with celebrating myself because I'm also celebrating him at the same time.
Right. You know what? Hair is a big industry. It's a huge industry.
Absolutely.
But it sounds like your gift is not just doing hair or teaching and educating. What do you feel like your gift is that God called you to do?
You wouldn't really ask that question.
Hey, that's what we here for. I want to find out everything about you.
Well, I do know that ministry is there with me as well. Me, being able to minister. My whole thing is being able to help change somebody's life and making the road to God simple for people.
Mm-hmm.
And let people realize that, listen, like, you don't have to do all of that extra stuff. And I grew up, with people trying to judge you and live in that particular, however as you live, whatever. Of course, you do have to live a good life, but at the same time, it's not as hard as we think it is.
Right.
And so that's my main thing, is being able, even when you come in my salon, I have it where I want people to be themselves. I want people to come in and come into a place of peace, tranquility, and come in and be yourself. I serve wine, I serve drinks and snacks and all of that type of stuff. And with that, I have some people that come in that are pastors, that are first ladies, that are whatever. I'm like, listen, I need you to be yourself. God, he still loves you. Even in
right.
Even in the midst of it, I want you to understand that God, he still yet loves you. And so sometimes when it comes to coming into my salon, it's always wanting it to be a relaxing atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
When I have my clients go to sleep, I'm like, you know what? That's why I need you, because that means you feel safe where you are. And that's the main thing for me, is being able to have that safe place for them to be able to do that. So when you ask that purpose is to be able to create that safe place for people to be themselves.
Right.
And know that God, he loves you and in your authentic self.
Yeah. You know what I love is that you said the pastors come in, your Christian folks come in,
right?
But you don't change up your atmosphere because you said that's you.
That's me. That's me. So, one of the things that I do, I play a lot of smooth jazz. And so with that, as soon as you come in, I greet you. I make sure I ask you, would you like anything to drink? Would you like any water? Would you like any juice? Would you like any wine? Whatever it is that you choose, you're safe. It's safe here. So I'm not changing anything. If I'm listening to PJ Morton, I'm going to listen to PJ Morton. If I listen to gospel, I'm going to listen to gospel. If I listen to jazz, if I listen to even spa music, that's just what it is. The thing is being able to set the mood for people and to make sure that they're relaxed. That's the main thing for me.
Now that we've gotten you relaxed, that's what I want to make sure. That's what I want to make sure that we do. But I want to take a deep dive for people that are watching us. I am Donna Elle from Donna Elle Media. I am hanging out with the hair extraordinaire. I just gave you that name, from Orangeburg, South Carolina, J.Rashawn Colter, and we are having a conversation about his celebration. This is your 20th year doing what you do in the community as far as in the hair industry. Can we talk a little bit about family? Is that okay with you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I want to talk.
Absolutely.
I want to get to know you a little bit, and I'm pretty sure the viewers want to know you as well. So tell me a little
Absolutely.
bit about how you were raised. Tell me a little bit about your family now, and we want to hear a little bit more about you.
Okay, so myself, I was raised in a single parent home. My mom, she raised us. She did a phenomenal job. It's three boys. There's three of us, and I'm the youngest of the three. You probably think I'm the oldest or the only. The way me and my mom's relationship is, but I love my mom. She's such a great supporter in everything that I do and everything I have done. I was just talking to someone a little earlier today, and she was telling me how when she met my mom, and my mom, she was like, "Man, you got to meet my son. He's just one of the hottest stylists in this area." And she was just like, I'm like, oh my God, like she's around and telling everybody.
Yeah.
But even when I opened up my salon, my mom, she was right here helping me do all of the groundwork. She was helping me paint. She was helping me lay the floor. She was helping me do all of those things. And when I had to tell her to stay home for a minute, she got so upset with me. Like, I want to be there. She want to be there every step of the way. So my mom, she's a major supporter of me.
Very important question. Do you still do mama's hair?
I still do mama's hair. She called me earlier today. I'm supposed to be going to this place. I need my hair colored.
That's right.
So I make sure that I still yet take care of mama.
Okay.
I still yet take care of mama. Absolutely.
All right. So, we talked about your foundation with your mom. Tell me a little bit about what your family atmosphere looks like now.
Okay. So I am married. And this year actually makes 15 years for me and my wife being married.
Yes.
I got 20 years in the industry and I got 15 years being married. So I'm really excited about that. And then I have 3 beautiful children. I have a 19-year-old son, Dalen Fields. I got a 13-year-old daughter, Elena Colter, and a 10-year-old son, Jordan Colter. And my wife, her name is Lasagna Colter. So I'm really excited. My wife right now, she's a guidance counselor and makeup artist.
Okay.
So she's actually in school right now for aesthetics for skincare. So I can't wait that she get here full time. So I know all of y'all will see this and she'll see it. So she's going to be a skincare specialist and stuff like that really, really soon. So I'm really excited because I have all of these goals and stuff like that for our spa, our clinic coming up. And then I'm raising up my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
She is going to be doing hair and makeup at some point in life. So, she's showing that interest in everything. And my oldest son, he's definitely a successful CEO that's going to be helping us take the business what we need to take in. And then my baby boy, he's going to be the one to tell all of them what to do.
Okay.
He's going to be the one that's going to be running and handling all the money. He said he's going to be a trillionaire. So, some of the things that I do when I see those particular gifts and see those particular things in them, I try to make sure that I tap into those things as well. So I realize that he loves money. So I have him listen to different things at night pertaining to being able to be wealthy. So I'm like, okay, son, I need you to listen to this at night while you're sleeping. I need it to be in his subconscious consistently. So, I do those things with my kids. I do it for myself as well, but I definitely make sure that I push those things onto my kids as well, because they're my future. They're going to make sure that I stay good.
Is that what you do too? Do you do the same regimen as well?
I do. My wife, sometimes she get tired of me. Like, can you turn that thing off? But what I do at night, try to make sure that I either listen to some type of success affirmations, some Christian affirmations, different things like that, just while I'm sleeping, because our mind is still yet going. And I want to make sure that I continually keep that going. And so when I'm up and I'm thinking and stuff like that, it's like I'm able to think success. I'm able to think more. I'm able to think bigger and stuff like that as well. So it's all a matter of keeping my mindset, in the right space.
Tell me this. So you started in this industry 20 years ago, and in a female dominated. I gotta ask.
Please ask.
Female dominated industry. What did people say What ridicule did you have to deal with, and how were you able to push through?
Okay, so I had to create and make this decision when I was in high school. And so this was back in the late 90s, early 2000s that I had to go in and create and make this decision.
Mm-hmm.
And so with me making that decision, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go for it. You know, regardless of what people say, because I've always loved doing hair. No one in my family necessarily does hair. I have a brother on my from my dad's side. He cuts hair, and I would always go to the barber shop with him.
Right.
And I would actually kind of sit and do different things. Okay, I'm gonna tell you a funny story.
Okay, I'm going to say, tell me something. Barbershops always have a good story.
I'm gonna tell you a funny story. So when I was 5 or 6, and this is one thing that always just kind of stuck with me. You know how you're young, you have a memory that just kind of sticks back in your mind. So I remember my mom staying in this particular house, and I remember the sectional that she had. It was a dark blue sectional with white specks in it.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad would come over. And during that time, my dad, he had really long hair.
Okay.
And so what he would have me do, he would have me sit behind him on the sofa on the back of the sectional and roll his hair.
If you said grandmama, I wouldn't have laughed. Honestly, I wouldn't have laughed.
I'm telling you, my daddy, he had a lot of hair like that.
Before Soul Glow, around the same era, you was rolling the hair. And did that make you say, this is why I want to do it?
And I don't know. I don't know if that's what it was, but that's one of the pivotal things that I remember.
Yeah.
That's one of the pivotal things I remember. So I'm like, that's why I had to tell. I was like, I don't usually tell too many people.
He probably was the smoothest dude too.
And he was.
Yeah,
that was the crazy thing about it.
Were the rollers out in the morning, or did he just keep them in just through the night?
I guess it was just throughout the night, you know. And then in the morning, I'm telling you, he was a smooth cat now.
Yeah,
he is a smooth cat.
Yeah.
Don't have no hair now, but he was definitely a smooth cat.
Right. Oh man.
He was definitely a smooth cat. So I tell people, I'm like, you know what, if I actually had hair, I would make a lot of females jealous because I would have my hair
clean, huh? Just clean. So do you know that was a true defining moment, probably looking back and you
right
about it.
Right.
But what was the defining moment when you said, you know what, this is what I want to do in this? I do want to go back to in this dominated industry.
Right.
What ridicule did you get? Did you get any ridicule?
Right. So I was saying that. So as I was growing up, I took you back there. So when I was in high school, I had to make a decision. Because in high school, when you're in high school, you know, people, they're going to say all kind of stuff. They're going to say, he gay, he does, he that, and all of that type stuff or whatever. And so during that time when I made that decision to do that, imagine me walking around with mannequins and people saying that to me.
Wow.
And having to deal with that. But the thing is, I had to make up in my mind that, you know what, regardless of what it is that I'm going to do this. And so I went through it. You know, and I became, honestly, one of the popular ones in my school to some degree. I was in fashion shows. I did a lot of different things or whatever like that. And so I became, you know, one of the popular guys because I didn't allow that to depress me or to keep me down at all because it was crazy. I still had a lot of major support within it. So it was like all of my friends, they were having me do their hair, all of that type of stuff. So it was like, whatever. I tried to make sure that I kept surrounding myself with, you know, with good people that was helping celebrate me as well. So I wound up learning that at an early age. And so as I went through school and I was able to get my license and everything, those same people that went in, they were talking about me, same guys that were talking about me, I'm a lot more successful than they are. And they respect me a whole lot more And they call me now to this day asking me about doing their ladies or their mama's hair and all of that type of stuff. So, with me coming from a very small town, I don't know if anybody's ever familiar with it. I dare not say exactly where I'm from, but from Branchville, South Carolina. It's a very small town. It only has 2 caution lights. So imagine me going through town, because I had clients during that time and I only had my bicycle. I was going through town and I had a kid and a dryer and riding on a bicycle going to do clients' hair.
Were you a kitchen tician then?
I was, absolutely. Yeah. Every hairstylist start off as a kitchen tician. Yeah. Everyone. So I started out, cutting some older guys' hair, and then from that particular point, I started doing some of the older ladies' hair and stuff like that. And I would just ride around the neighborhood. I had appointments, and I was just doing people's hair all throughout Branchville.
You said something that was key, that some of the people that ridiculed you, when you were younger, are now reaching back out to you. Did you ever have a conversation with them and say, "Yo, bro, yo, homie"? This is what Did you ever address it?
I never addressed it. To this day, some of those people, they don't really matter to me like that. So when they do kind of come to me and they really respect me, the respect that they give to me, that's enough for me. Versus me trying to go and do it, say anything else or whatever. But the respect that I do get from my hometown, it doesn't bother me at all. I really appreciate the respect and the support that they see, because they see what it is that I'm doing. They see who it is. They see who I am, and so they don't have nothing else that they can possibly say.
Right.
But this cat is doing really good. So, me having my wife and my kids, I'm doing what I need to do.
Man, I'm pretty sure you've been doing this, like, since you said you've been doing this for 20 years, you got some amazing clients.
I do.
Yeah. What would you have to say about your clients? What's your client let's start off like this. What's the client that you never, ever want to come back to your shop again? You don't have to say a name. We can give her a fake name. But do you have a client? Do you remember? And you could even go back 20 years ago. Do you remember one coming in and you hope she never came back or he never came back again?
Here's another story.
Uh-oh.
So when I first started out, as a shampoo person, and then I had to move my way up. In the very beginning of doing hair, I remember the guy that was training me, his name is Chris Williams. He was training me, and he, had me kind of doing things in levels and stuff like that. And so as I was doing them in levels, at this particular point, it was time for me to work on my comb out skills.
Okay.
And combing the lady out and stuff like that. And so the young lady, she was so used to the other guy actually doing her hair. Her hair looked really good by the time I combed her right down, because I always did. I was trained up doing a lot of soft, healthy hair. So when I had gotten finished and I combed it into the style and everything, and she looked at it, she was like, "I don't like this." And she shook it all out. I was like, the word that came to my mind.
Was it in front of everybody?
This was in front of everyone. And it was, back in the day, we had like a shop full of people. It was like 5, 6 people sitting at the dryer and people sitting in the waiting area. And I was like, yo. So during that time, I actually had to go to the back. And he pulled me to the back as well, because he was like, yo, I see that you're frustrated. He was like, don't worry about it. He was like, we're just going to push through it and keep going and all of that type of stuff. So that was one of my pivotal moments. And then another one, it was a good, it was an older lady. I was in the salon, and for some reason I wasn't feeling too well. And when I wasn't, it was like I was getting kind of lightheaded and all that type of stuff. I was like, man, I'm really not feeling too well. She was like, oh, baby, what's wrong? I was just telling her I had a headache and stuff like that. So she was like, you know what? Let me let you have a seat. So she let me sit down, and she went and got a stool that I had and sat in between my legs and had me finish.
She sat down like a kid, did she?
Listen, I was like, oh my God. So, different stories like that, I laugh about them, but I appreciate them as well. But it allows me to be able to really understand that that I'm human, and that I can't allow people to work me so hard.
Yeah. So I want to talk about you got great clients too. So
I
you
do.
20 years in the industry, some learning hurdles,
Yes,
some
absolutely.
great moves. What do you think? What do you say about your clients as a whole?
I really believe that my clients, they are amazing. And then especially at this particular point in my life, I'm at the place where if I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it.
Mm.
And then another thing is, and if you're someone that's trying to take away my peace, then I'm not going to allow you. So me being able to refuse a client, I'm really okay with it. But the clients that I do have, I must say that they have great energy.
Right.
And the ones that I've had from that still yet come to me from 20 years ago, I'm like so thankful. They believe in me so much. And I really appreciate them. I've even had some clients. I had one client to go in and invest in me into the first salon that I opened up. And she was one of my first clients as well. And I was like, oh man, and she's still yet with me. And so I'm so thankful even to that person. If you're watching, you know exactly who you are. And then I have some clients that have just been consistent throughout all of the transitions that I've had gone through, because I went from, being trained to started working in different salons and moving from different places, and actually left Orangeburg altogether because I've always tried to move out of Orangeburg. And I tried to do all of the hair in Columbia, which is like 45 minutes away. And they traveled with me to Columbia, and that was an inconvenience to them, but it was like they believed in me just that much. So whatever it is that I was doing, they were with me. And so I left Columbia and came back to Orangeburg. Then I opened up my own salon, and they were still yet with me, So I have consistent clients, and I appreciate them, and I do my best to make sure that I show them that I appreciate them. Even when I go up on my prices, I don't have no griping when it comes down to those type of things. And sometimes I try to keep them at a certain level, and then when they see, that I've gone up, then they'll still yet come and give me what it is that's due to me as well. So I'm so thankful to them, because they have pretty much, even throughout the pandemic, they have pretty much kept me grounded to make sure that things are smooth, and showing me that they support me and believe in me as well. So thank you, clients, for being such amazing people within this 20 years that I have been here. Some of you guys have been with me for the entire 20 years. So thank you.
This hair industry is crazy. You go into a hair store, there are weave, crochets, wigs. I mean, the industry has changed. How have you been able to educate yourself through the years, and what have you learned in the process of 20 years when it comes to this industry?
Within this industry, within the 20 years, the whole thing is stay relevant. You got to make sure that you stay relevant. I have, gone in and I have messed with commercial hair, and I have, and I have dabbled in all of those type things, and I've tried them and I've done them. I didn't have a problem with them, but what I was able to do was still yet make what I do stay relevant throughout the time. And so healthy hair would never go anywhere. And so with that, it's like, everybody may do the commercial hair and the sew-ins and the braids and all of that type of stuff. But at the end of the day, they're going to come back to get some healthy hair.
I got to say naturals. I can't leave the naturals out.
You know what? And I'm going to be honest with you. Everybody feel as if natural hair is healthy hair. I beg to differ.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
I beg to differ, because I see some naturals that need relaxers. And so, and I'm okay.
You feel like you just talked to one person. Please, ma'am. He was not talking to you. Do not
get a relaxer. So, the thing is, you're able to see those type things, but at the end of the day, you do have a clientele that still yet wants to work with their hair. And then also I realized even within this particular time frame, because I dare not knock any part of the industry at all, because all of it is wonderful and all of it is creative. But as if you're a stylist that have been in it as long as I have, if you've been in it for 20 years, you have been able to create a niche for yourself. And so my niche is being able to do healthy hair. That's my niche. I've tried to do commercial hair and stuff like that, and I can do it. I can do an amazing sew-in, you know, and actually blend it to where it looks just like your hair and blend your hair with it and stuff like that. But if you get me to go in and do like a lot of the lace wigs and a lot of the braids and all of those type things, I can't even front. I can't even, that's not my niche. You know what I'm saying? But the good thing about it is I have amazing friends that do that. So if I really need to do it, I can call one of them, hey, dude, girl, I need you to show me this really quick. And that's one of the things. I had a young lady when I was, I didn't know how to braid, and I've been doing hair for a minute in the midst of braid, you know, in the midst of my years. And the salon that I was at beforehand, before I went to Columbia, they would actually braid and sew in the people for me, and I would cut it and style it. So when I left there and I went to Columbia, I saw how much the sew-ins were, and I realized that I didn't have the same team that I had back at home. And so I could not braid. I was, man, I got to figure out how to get this. And so the young lady that was sitting right next to me, she braided, and I went over to her, I said, listen, I need you to show me how to braid real good, because I had the concept, but I couldn't do it tight enough to be able. And so she showed me that. And so ever since then, I can braid a sew-in down, braid for a sew-in with my eyes closed now. And, you know, so what happens is we as industry people, we have to make sure that whatever it is that we're needing to do, it's a class out there somewhere.
And you don't mind asking.
No.
That's, you know, why is it important if people are watching, like, just to share, you know, if they're in the industry or in any part of their life, to ask, it's okay to ask for help. Right.
If you don't know, if you don't know, let's find out. Let's figure out exactly where we're going and what you want to do. Like, I was doing my sister-in-law's hair. She came and brought me this picture. You know, your family, they're going to show you, they're going to stretch you.
Right.
And so I had to go in and do, it was a quick weave that she wanted me to do. But it had like the lace, you know, the lace frontal on it, the lace closure. I'm like, man, I don't want to do this. But it was for something special that she really wanted. So I called one of my homeboys up. I was like, listen, I need you to walk me through this really quick. He was able to walk me through it without a problem. So it's important that we all be friendly. Yeah. And get to know people and network with each other, because in this industry, you cannot just sit in your corner and not network with people, because in this industry, we need to help each other. Right. And that's what it is. And you know, I help and I give my knowledge out, and then they give me knowledge back. So you can't withdraw anything if you haven't deposited anything. And so that is important, that we teach and we learn. We teach and we learn. And that's just how the circle of people that we do deal with, that's how we do it.
I love it. If you are just chiming in with this live interview, J.Rashawn Colter has been doing hair for 20 years, and he has taken the industry by storm. He said it's time for a celebration of himself and with his industry and with his family. And big salute and hats off to you. This is really exciting.
Thank you so much.
Yes. So let's go here. We talk about what you've accomplished. We talked about your foundation with your family. We've talked about what you've learned and some of your difficult clients. If someone didn't know you, or hopefully if people don't know your full story, what is the hardest situation that you've experienced? And now you can look back and say, thank God, because you said God is your foundation. Thank God I went through that, and look where I am now.
So I've had a chance to open up different businesses. And so within opening up the different businesses and the business aspect of it, had a chance to partner with so many different people. And in the midst of partnering is not a problem with partnering, but making sure that you're continually partnering with the right person as well. And so one of the things that I'm thankful that I did go through, I went through it and it's over, is not continue, I'm being very transparent. I didn't make that partnership with my wife in business. And during that time, I guess I didn't think that she was, because she wasn't in the industry then. And so I didn't think that she was business minded enough to be able to help me go through it. But as I went through all of the different things with other people and realized, I'm like, you know what, now where I am now, I'm like, you know what, I would never do that again. And to realize that she's my partner. She's the one that had my back, because at the end of the day, when you have someone that is with you, people, they, regardless if they're partners with you or whatever, everybody's going to always look out for self. And they, regardless of what it is that you're doing and stuff like that, their number one thing is going to be self. And you have every right to do that. But then the thing is, I would always kind of put, during the time, I kind of put my family and just those things on the back burner, trying to do those business things and stuff like that. And so now I'm to the point now as my family is first, and I'm creating these foundations with my family, because I know my family got my back through anything, and we have our prize, we have our vision, we have our goal that we're working toward, not being with someone else and they have a goal and then I have a goal. And sometimes that vision, we may start off at the same time, but then after a while, as life happens, the visions kind of split off sometimes. And so I realized that throughout the time, and I felt like I've learned a lot of things. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have learned a lot of things, and I really appreciate where I was. But then also I'm like, man, probably could have been so much further if I had,
if you had to work with your wife from the beginning.
I had to work with my wife from the beginning, right?
Work with your wife from the beginning. If y'all don't get nothing else, you should work with your wife from the beginning. Well, I just leaned in on that particular piece because you said you worked with several different people and had several different businesses. I got to ask about the backbone, which is your wife.
Right.
Did she speak up and say, hey, I can do that? Or what does it look like?
And to some degree, she did. And then to some degree, she just kind of fell back. And I knew when, it was so crazy because during that time, I knew when she was with it and I knew when she wasn't with it. Mm-hmm. But sometimes I made the decisions already without her and I was already in it. And so it was like, what more could she say? Right. You know what I'm saying? At that time. So because it was too late for me to pull out. So I've learned, to be able to do those things and make sure that it's with my family, it's for my family, and not keeping everybody else's vision in the forefront, just making sure that I keep me and my family vision up in the forefront.
Now I got to ask you on the other side. Now that's the good side. I love. Big shouts out to your wife and family. But on the other side, is it hard to work with your mate and your family, your mom and your kids? And what is that dynamic like day to day? Do you boot time, or is it like, what is it? Do you rock the foundation? What is that like?
Well, the thing is, it's all a matter of how you look at it and your perspective. Mm-hmm. And so at some point in the early parts of it, I'm like, oh my God, I can't take it, and we would have different family members kind of coming in and stuff like that. It would kind of get on my nerves a little bit. But what happened was, it was like through time, I realized that they were really for me. And so what happens is I had to have those hard conversations sometimes.
Yeah.
When it wasn't when the expectation wasn't where I was looking for it to be. So I had to have those hard conversations sometimes, like, you know what, Mom, I need you to kind of calm down just a little bit. Or, or sometimes my wife, she just became, and she probably gonna kick my butt for even saying this. My wife, she wasn't, when we first met and started dating, she wasn't a major people person. So with that, and I guess that was another thing because she wasn't a people person, and I'm a big customer service person. I'm gonna talk to everybody, and even to this day, I'm still more outgoing than she is.
Right.
But
you need both, don't you? You need both, right?
Right. But the thing is, she's allowed me to, she has given me that foundation of being able to learn how to shut down and how to kind of keep it, and keep it going all at the same time. So, but basically having those hard conversations, it's in a marriage, you have to have those conversations and stuff like that. Those hard conversations, you have those. It's all a matter of the making.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's with any relationship. So with my mother-in-law, with my mom, with my sister-in-law, with my brothers, I have to create and set that foundation of like, okay, this is how it is. And this is what we're going to do. And this is how we plan to make it happen like this. And no, Mom, you might be doing a little bit too much right here. Or, I give her a certain look, or, I say something to say, for instance, my kids come in or something like that, and they're doing something they're not supposed to be doing. And knowing this is a relaxing place, I give them a look, that church look.
Yeah.
And, we immediately fall in place because at the end of the day, as long as everybody's goal is to make sure that we give great customer service, that's the number one goal. And I'm teaching my kids now, like, listen, when you come in, I need you to make sure that you speak to everybody when you come in.
Right.
I need you to make sure that when they come in and you're here, I need you to greet them and I need you to ask them would they like a beverage. I need you, and just training and teaching them those things, because at some point they're going to have to take over this to some degree, and they have to know how to do those things. So in my family, every one of my family members, if you were to come in here, if you were to come in and they're here, they will greet you. They will ask if you like something to drink. Would you like something to snack on? All of that type of stuff. Those are the things that we had to have those hard conversations to be able to create, because we realize that this is what's going to get us where we need to be.
Right. Okay. We still have a little bit more to talk about. And
Absolutely.
This is actually awesome. But did you ever apologize to your wife?
I have.
Okay.
Honestly,
good.
I have.
I was like, this is a perfect platform. I can help you there, as long as she knows that you appreciate her.
I have. I really, baby, I appreciate you. Thank you. And I apologize for not putting you first in the very beginning, but now we rocking together to the end for sure.
Virtual book. That's all I need. A virtual book.
Right.
There we go. Okay, so let's somebody's looking at you and said he has a marriage, he has family, he has businesses, his family is a part of the team, he's traveling all over the world, he's in this industry that's female dominated and he's dominated, he's taking clients from one place to the next. Everything looks successful. What would you say to that person that says, well, we know he got it. I mean, he's made it happen. We know he hadn't been through anything. What would you say to them?
Man. So in the midst of all of the success that people see, at the end of the day, it's work.
Mm-hmm.
It's work. It's hard work with communicating. It's hard work with making sure that I stay dedicated, making sure that my family stay dedicated, all of those type of things. It's hard work being able to do these things. But, it's a lot. And I can't even front, because even with me planning this whole entire event that we're going to probably talk about, I'm sitting here looking at it. I'm like, man, this is work. And in order to, in order for you to be successful, in order for you to be where you need to be, it's going to be some work.
Yeah.
It's going to be some work.
what I love about creatives, I'm a creative too. And
Right.
we say it's work, but if we didn't get to do it, some people have to work.
Absolutely.
If we didn't get to do the things that we did, like taking this time to do this interview, planning these events, doing hair, doing your gifts, if we didn't get to do it, it's like cutting our arm off.
Right.
You can't thrive.
Right.
You love it, right?
Right. I absolutely love the pressure of things.
Yeah.
It's like, even if it's a last minute, I can, at the drop of a dime, if somebody was to ask me to do something, I can go ahead and do it immediately, and that's just a part of being that creative person. So if I didn't have things continually going on, like when this pandemic hit, baby, and I had to sit in the house, and sitting in the house was no problem, but I had to get.
Did you shut all the way? You shut all the way down?
I had to, yeah.
Okay.
I didn't do any hair for a few months, and that was really hard for me mentally. In the very beginning, and so I'm because it wasn't that we were hurting so bad financially. We did go through some things, honestly. But as the man of my house, I was like, and being used to consistently doing something and going, I was like, man, this is about to drive me up the wall. And I don't knock anybody for doing it, but from doing hair, I went from doing hair to not doing anything until I'm like, you know what? I'm about to start door dashing.
Dang. Okay. Did you go?
I did.
Yeah. Okay.
But the thing is, it wasn't the simple fact of, because people, they make good money doing that.
But it ain't it wasn't your
for them. But it wasn't the money for me. And I think the thing was, it was something that I just needed to do something. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't make enough money to do what I'm used to doing. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't have enough to really support me, but it was a simple fact of the doing of something. And I remember it was one of the times when I was doing it, and this is what made me quit. I went in.
What did you do?
I went into this. I didn't understand. It was a bad neighborhood.
Okay.
And I did not. And when it came up on the little GPS saying, where it was, it just had the street name. I didn't know the street name. I'm not going to say exactly the neighborhood.
Please don't. Please don't do that.
But I went in and I was like, oh my God. So it took me all the way to the back of the neighborhood. And it was at an area where the house, it was like abandoned. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So, and then it was like a group of people that was just hanging out, just sitting out there. I'm like, oh my God, like what in the world is going on? So I'm like trying to call the DoorDash people, talk to the DoorDash people, like, yo, this ain't right,
Right.
So I went and I sat on the side of
sandwiches. They gonna steal your sandwiches.
Listen, I went and I came from out of the neighborhood and I sat on the side of the road trying to figure this out really quick. And when I sat on the side of the road, this big stinking Lincoln pulled up with like 5 guys in it. And they was about to get out. I was like, yo, I'm just here, just trying to deliver food. And I pull off so fast. I was like, you know what? Forget this food. I quit. And that was my last time doing that. I was like, it's not that serious. And that's when God, he really had to stress me to rest and chill out. Yeah. So that's really what the deal was.
Were you sitting still or were you strategizing?
I was strategizing as well because I had to figure out how to strategize in the quiet. Because I'm so used to strategizing at the drop of a dime and stuff like that. I can kind of think of different things to do or whatever at the drop of a dime. But I had to actually sit and literally sit and plan and strategize for the next thing. Hence me opening up the salon that we do have now. We were able to do what we did and open it up within the pandemic, right in the middle of it. So I was so thankful to God that he allowed us to do those type of things to do that as well, because he provided that he provided for us in making that happen.
That's awesome. That's a story of resiliency, of course.
Yeah.
J.Rashawn, I think I asked you a lot of stuff, but is there anything that you want the viewers to know that we have not talked about that you want to share before we roll out today?
Listen, one of the main things that I've learned, that I've been learning throughout my 20 years, is really understanding your value.
Mm-hmm.
And that is really big for me. Understanding your value and being able to walk in the value that you have. A lot of times we as people, we don't necessarily understand our value. We don't understand the way people look at us. Say for instance, Donna, people may be like, Donna, you're so great. You're so wonderful. And they be like, oh, I'm just Donna. Right. But no, to other people, you're Donna Elle. Mm-hmm. And so being able to walk in exactly who we are as those people, as who God has made us, and understanding that we cannot minimize what God has maximized. So being able to actually really walk into what it is that He has called us to be. And one of the main things that come to me, that stuck with me for this year, is don't self-sabotage yourself. Don't self-sabotage. Because we tend to do it all the time. So walk in your value and know who you are. And that meaning of the church people, they say, be humble. Be humble knowing that God, He lives in you and He's allowing you to be able to do what you need to do. But when somebody tell you did good, just say thank you and be proud of yourself. So that's what this whole thing is about for me. That's what I've learned throughout this 20 years, is that to be proud and be happy for yourself just as much.
There we have it. J.Rashawn Colter, JRashawnColter.com. Get those tickets for this big event that's happening in October. And I want to say congratulations. First of all, happy anniversary for 15 years. Congratulations for 20 amazing years in the industry. And let's see how you get ready to keep soaring and pouring into people.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. This is Donna Elle Media. Thank you. So you got a celebration coming up. Tell us about this 20-year celebration, J.Rashawn Colter.
So this 20-year celebration, I'm super excited. I don't know if they use uber excited or whatever. I'm just overjoyed. Uber excited, right? Uh-huh. And so 20 years, it's going to be October 10th and 11th. It's going to be in Orangeburg, South Carolina. I didn't want to take it out of Orangeburg because I'm from Orangeburg. I wanted to be able to bring all of my friends that I have met throughout the 20 years here to Orangeburg. So I got my good friend that's coming all the way from California. His name is Mr. Greg Gilmore. He's a stylist to different celebrities and stuff like that. I don't know if you had a chance to look at Toni Braxton's new look, with the short blonde hair.
Yeah.
He actually created that look for her as well. And then a plethora of people that he's been working with. And then I have another good friend that's coming in from New Jersey. His name is Condor Rodnock. If you actually look at my page as well, he's an excellent guy that helps you think to the next level when it comes down to your success and being able to understand your worth as well. So that's another good guy. I have another one coming from Chicago, Ms. Perth. He's in with an editorial working and stuff like that, with doing all the photo shoots. So I'm super excited. So that's going to be just a snippet of some of the people. And I have another special guest. I don't want to say it yet. We'll do this another time. So on that Sunday, on the 10th, from 3 until 8, we're going to do a cut party. So a cut party, and in the cosmetology world, we know what a cut party is, but in the civilian land, it's basically a hair show. It's going to be a live hair show where you're going to be seeing people cutting hair, you're going to be seeing people braiding hair, you're going to be seeing people twist hair, do fantasy dues and stuff like that. all within that time. So it's going to be a couple people, a lot of different people that's going to be coming in and rotating out, showing you what it is that their talent is. And then also simultaneously, what's going to be going on when those people, they get off the stage, they're going to go and float over to our photography party.
Okay.
That's going to be going on at the same time, but on the other side of the room. And so you'll be able to actually see exactly the behind the scenes of a photo shoot and how it goes and what it is that we put into the photo shoot as well. So that's going to be happening simultaneously going on. It's going to be a lot of different things going on all at one time. I'm going to have your head spinning.
When do tickets go on sale? When can we get the tickets?
So I'm gonna finish telling you everything else. Everything else. So,
okay. Let me back.
That's just from 3 to 8, and then we have a VIP Dynasty dinner, Emerald Dynasty dinner. That's that night. That's going to be from 8:30 until, which I'm going to be honoring some amazing people that have been in my life. I have a live band that's going to be there, and we got some amazing things that's going to be happening there. And then on that Monday, we have a VIP breakfast with a special guest that, soon to be announced. And then we're going to be having nothing but education from 12 until later on that afternoon. So we got nothing but education for hair, skin, and nails. Nothing but education on that day. And that's why that's for our professionals as well. So I'm super excited. So the tickets, they're on sale right now. You can actually go to my website, and that's J.RashawnColter.com, and you'll be able to actually purchase the tickets. We have VIP tickets. We have student tickets. We have regular tickets. We have all the different layers of tickets, levels of tickets that are available for you. I'm even getting a signature drink for that particular night. So
what's in that drink?
Donna, oh my goodness.
You ain't gonna tell us.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Maybe I shouldn't say this.
Okay.
This is to the world, but it's a signature drink.
Okay.
It's a signature drink. So we will. The thing is, my whole concept of everything that's going on is to be able to celebrate people. Even though it's a celebration about me, but I'm celebrating you as well. And I want you to come out and have fun. Don't feel stuck up. I want you to come out and have an amazing time. And we're also giving away scholarships. So I'm super excited about that. And, we have vendors that'll be there all throughout. We have souvenir booklets, but then we also, those that can't make it to the building, but I don't want you to make this, if you can fly in, I need you to make sure that you fly in. If you could definitely fly in, I need you to come from everywhere because I got guests that are coming in from everywhere, from Florida and all of that type of stuff. But it's going to be virtual as well. Virtual tickets will be on sale. So we'll have our amazing Donna, Elle. She will be your host.
All right, now you better go on and say it.
She will be your host for our virtual audience as well. She's a beautiful lady, amazing energy, and so it's going to be amazing. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And so as I continue to roll out the different flyers and the different people that'll be there, I'm telling y'all, stay tuned. You do not want to miss it. I need y'all to get your tickets today. And we're asking that every guest that come, wear your all black. Industry people, you already know that's our color. Black is our color for the industry. So I need y'all to wear your black. Look sexy, look chic. Make it happen.
Let's go. J.Rashawn.
Emerald Dynasty.
Hey guys, I'm super excited. Did y'all enjoy that interview? I need y'all to put some stuff in the comments telling me how much you enjoyed that interview. I had an amazing time with Miss Donna, Elle, doing this interview. She was phenomenal. And I just wanted to give you guys a transparent moment as far as the industry, as far as the things that I have been through. And so thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you for joining me just throughout my 20 years. y'all, some of y'all have been with me just throughout my entire 20 years in the industry. I want to thank my lovely wife. I want to thank my mom, my children, my mother-in-law, just all of my family. I want to thank all of you guys for coming out, and those that stuck on to that are still here. I got some amazing things for you as well. So just kind of stick with me. Stick with me. I promise you, I won't be long. But I just wanted to make sure that I shared that interview with you because I had a chance to do that a few months ago, and I wanted to make sure that I did share that interview with everyone as well. So did y'all enjoy it? I need y'all to say something in the comments. Let me know that you enjoyed it. Some of y'all that are on here, y'all been rocking with me. Some of y'all been my first staff. Some have been my first clients. Like literally, I appreciate y'all. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So y'all saw we were talking about our Emerald Dynasty dinner, our Emerald Dynasty event. Um, just to kind of reiterate what's going on that day, because a lot of people they've been asking like, what's going on or why is it, what really is it? So celebrating my 20 years in the industry. And in the midst of celebrating my 20 years in the industry, I'm bringing my friends and my family and industry people. I'm bringing everybody together to be able to help celebrate me, but also celebrate you. Because you guys are so important. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have been able to do the things that I have done within this time. So thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So on that Sunday, from 3 until 8, we're gonna do this major cut party hair show. I got some amazing people that are gonna be coming in, flying in. They're gonna be doing some things, and then I'm also doing some photo shoots in the midst of it. So even if you're coming in and you want to get a headshot, because y'all know all y'all need some headshots, especially if you're in a professional setting, you know you need a headshot. We don't want to have no selfie pictures and all that type of stuff with the seatbelt across you. Y'all know it's really important. So come dressed up, have your makeup done, have your hair done, look your best so that you guys can get your headshot done. So whenever people they ask you for your headshot, you'll be able to give them a really good picture. So let's cut out all the selfie pictures. Let's get a professional picture out there, okay? So that's gonna be going on at the same time. And then after that, about 8:30, I have our Emerald Dynasty Scholarship Dinner. That's going to be going on. And I wanted to share that with you. Scholarship Dinner, we will be raising money, we are raising money to give to about 3 or 4 amazing industry people, students, how can I say it? 3 to 4 future professionals that are in the industry. And we want you guys to be there. We want you guys to help us be able to raise this money at the same time. So if you're interested and you want to help us get the scholarship for the beauty industry, and it's not just for people that's doing hair, it's for people that's doing hair, skin, nails, and even barbering. So we're also incorporating barbering and everything in there as well. So if you're interested in helping me, helping us raise the money and stuff like that, definitely go to my Cash App. For those that do have Cash App, if you don't have Cash App, you can inbox me, but go to my Cash App. It's Emerald Dynasty, Miss Money Sign Emerald Dynasty. Allow God to be able to put on your heart to what amount that you want to be able to sow, whatever seed it is you want to be able to sow and to be able to help somebody throughout their journey. Because me being an educator, I know I've seen students struggle through school, and that we don't want. We want them to be able to try to be debt free as much as possible. So some of us, we know how it is to be to have these student loans and stuff like that. So let's go and pay it forward to our future professionals so that they can go and be successful as well. So that's going to go on that particular that night, and I'm going to honor some people on that night. So if you've been rocking with me for a long time, be prepared. I need you in the house. You never know whose name is going to be called, so I need you in the house. We're going to be honoring some amazing people. And then on that Monday, we're going to be having nothing but amazing education that's going to be going on. We have, again, we have Mr. Greg Gilmore from California. We have Condor Rodnott. We have Miss Itash. She's our skincare specialist. We have Who else we have? We have Montia, she'll be there. We have Miss Lakeisha, she'll be there. So we have some amazing people that will be. Miss O'Shea, she does nails, she'll be in the house. Listen, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be bananas. I'm telling y'all. So I need y'all to make sure that y'all stay tuned to what it is that we're doing. Even if you're flying in, make sure that you get your tickets. You got the websites already. Go ahead and get your tickets. Get the websites, all of that stuff. So put the website up for me. We got all the websites that's there. You can go to Emerald Dynasty Beauty, or you can even go to J.RashawnColter.com. Either one of them, you can go there. Okay. So for those of you that are staying over, because it is a 2-day event, we got our host hotel. So I need y'all to go to Spring Hill Suites. Y'all can go online, and I actually go in and put the information so you can get the discount. You'll tell them that, listen, we're celebrating J.Rashawn Colter's 20 years, and they're gonna give you a discount just for doing that. Let's put that up on the screen one more time for them. Put that up on the screen one more time for them for the hotel. That's the hotel. All right. So if you go to JRashawnColter.com right now and you purchase your ticket, I have, for those of you that are on here, I have a discount just for you. If you're on here, I have a discount just for you. So with you going in to purchase whichever ticket you want to purchase, I'm giving you $25 off. Okay? I'm giving you $25 off, and the discount code is Ivory. Discount code is Ivory. So you go in and you click and you get that ticket. And once you get to the discount code, you'll be able to actually see $25 going to immediately come off of your ticket. So definitely make sure that you go and check that. How many of y'all are excited about the discount? Like, seriously, I need y'all to make some noise. I need y'all to go ahead and say something. Listen, I'm excited about that discount. So we're doing that. We're starting this off. Tickets are going fast, and I'm super excited about you guys making it happen and coming to visit me and coming to see my family. And I promise you, we're going to treat you guys the royal way. We're going to show you how to value yourself, how to love on yourself. This event will be a life-changing event. I promise you. You gotta join me. Go to my website right now. That's JRashawnColter.com or Emerald Dynasty Beauty. Go ahead and purchase those tickets. Let's get the scholarship going. Let's be able to help somebody get through the beauty industry, because I can't be here but so long. You know, it's 20 years for me already, but I got to raise somebody else up. So we're going to make this a yearly thing for the scholarship. So we have some instructions for those that are students that are watching me right now. In order for you to be qualified for the scholarships, in order for you to be qualified, what we want you to do is we want you to create a video. We want you to do a 30-second video, a TikTok video. I want you to show me your skill set. Give me your best work in 30 seconds, okay? So now, and I know TikTok, they do a whole, it's either 15 seconds or a minute, but I want you to be able to combine all of this together within this minute. So 30 seconds of your skill set. I want your best work. So if you're doing nails, if you're doing hair, if you're doing makeup, whatever it is, or you're doing barbering, show me your skill set, okay? And then on the next 30 seconds, I want you to tell me why are you qualified? What qualifies you to be able to get the Emerald Dynasty Scholarship? What qualifies you? And so once you do that, I want you to send that video to emeralddynasty2@gmail.com. Okay? emeralddynasty2@gmail.com. So we're gonna go in. Let's go back. I'm sorry, go back to the deadline. The deadline for it is September 19th at 11:59. September 19th at 11:59 is the deadline. Okay? Y'all got that? So for your admissions, you submit everything in by 11:59 on September 19th. And then I want you to also hashtag all videos, hashtag J.Rashawn Colter, hashtag Emerald Dynasty, and hashtag 20 years. So hashtag Emerald Dynasty 20 years and J.Rashawn Colter, guys. So is there anything else that I am missing? Don't miss it. I need y'all to share. I need y'all to share it. Y'all see the flyers. Y'all see me posting something every day. Y'all see me doing something. Don't get tired of me. I just want you to share it. And because I want to help change somebody's life. Can you do that with me? Somebody's life is going to be changed. I'm telling you that now. Somebody's life is going to be changed. And I want your life to be changed within this event as well. Okay, guys? So do you have to be a beauty professional to come on that Sunday? Absolutely not. You do not have to be a beauty professional to come and enjoy the hair show and the dinner and all of that type of stuff. But you do need to be a professional coming to the classes on that Monday, okay? We do have vendors that are available man, we have some amazing food vendors. We have some amazing vendors that'll be there. So listen, I'm excited. I want to see you in the place. I know my time is up. Y'all have been rocking with me for this whole hour and some change. Thank y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. You're wonderful. I want to give a shout out to the man behind the scenes, Mr. Ricky McDonald. He has been amazing, making all of this stuff happen for me as well, even with my graphics as well. And then even the flyers that you do see, my good friend Terrence Tyndall. And I have a whole entire team that's behind me that's even helping me plan this entire event. So we're going to be saying everyone's name throughout the entire event as we go. And all of the educators and people that are here, I dare not call too many more names. But thank y'all. I love y'all. Y'all go be great. Go be blessed. And know that God, He loves you. And I can't wait. I can't wait to see y'all. So y'all be great. Have a good one. Thank y'all so much.
DynastyBeauty.com. Get your tickets today.
Let's go. J.Rashawn.